Good morning, sir. I am going to return demo about the topic of composite sailing, and this is my problem. This from lat 35 degrees 40 minutes north, long 141 degrees 00 minutes east to lat 37 degrees 48 minutes west and north, long 122 degrees 40 minutes west. B is 45 degrees north. By composite sailing, compute the following. Solution: L1 35 degrees 40 minutes north, L2 is equal to 37 degrees 48 minutes north, LV is equal to 45 degrees north, long 1 141 degrees 00 minutes east, long 2 is equal to 121 degrees 40 minutes west. So the D long is 096 degrees 20 minutes east. Cos P1, or where the track meets, tan L1 equals to tan LV, tan 35 degrees 40 minutes over tan 45 degrees is equal to 0.717, and cos P1 is equal to 0.7177. Cos or shift cosine is equal to 44 degrees 0.08.1 east. Long 1 is equal to 141 degrees 00.0 minutes east. So the answer of this is long V1 is equal to 174 51.9 degrees west. Cos P2. Cos P2 is equal to tan L2 over tan LV is equal to tan 37 degrees 48 minutes over tan 45 degrees is equal to 0.77568. Shift cosine is equal to 39 degrees 08.0 west. Long 2 is equal to 122 degrees 40 minutes west. So our long V2 is equal to 161 degrees 48.0 west. Sine angle A, or the initial course. Initial course is equal to cos LV over cos L1. Cos 45 degrees over cos 35 degrees 40 minutes is equal to 0.870036. Shift sine is equal to 60.5. Initial course is labeled same name as lat 1 and same name as D long, so that our initial course is north 60.5 degrees east. Sine angle B, or the final course, is equal to cos LV over cos L2. Cos 45 degrees over cos 37 degrees 48 minutes is equal to 0.894892, and shift sine is equal to 63.49. Final course is labeled country name of lat 2 and same name as D long. So our final course is southeast. So we read this south 63.49 degrees east. To find the total distance, you need to follow this following. Cos AV1 is equal to sine L1 over sine LV is equal to sine 35 degrees 40 minutes divide by 45 degrees. Sine 45 degrees is equal to 0.82458, and shift cosine is equal to 34.45 degrees times 60, and the answer of our AV1 is equal to 2067.2 miles. Then second, cos BV2 is equal to sine L2 over sine LV. Sine 37 degrees 48 minutes over sine 45 degrees is equal to 0.86676. Shift cosine is equal to 29.91 degrees times 60. BV2 and our BV2 is equal to 1794.8 miles. And next is P3. P3 is equal to D long over P1 plus P2. And our D long is 0.9620, and our cos P1 is equal to 44 degrees 08.1, and our cos P2 is equal to 39.08 degrees. But first, you need to simplify and add first this P1 plus P2 and the answer is 83 degrees 16.1 minutes. So 96 degrees 96 degrees 20 minutes minus 83 degrees 16.1 minutes is equal to P3 is equal to 13 degrees 0.9 minutes. So our V1 and last, to find the total distance, last you need to find the V1 and V2. It's equal to P3 times 60 times cos LB, or P3 is equal to 13 degrees 03.91 minutes times 60 times cos 45 degrees. And the answer is 554.3 miles. And our total distance, you compute total distance is equal to AV1 plus BV2 plus V1V2. AV1 is equal to 2067.2. This BV2 is equal to 1794.8 miles, and this, and our V1 V2 is equal to 554.3 miles. So if we compute AV1 2067.2 plus, if you see the solution, plus 1794.8 plus B1 B2 is equal to 554.3. 500 miles is equal to 4,416.3 miles, and that is our total distance of this composite sailing. Find the bearing and the distance. Ship 1 is equal to 13 degrees 35 minutes north to 124 degrees 30 minutes east. Ship 2 is 13 degrees 25 minutes north to 124 degrees 05 minutes east. Ship 3 is equal to 13 degrees 05 minutes north to 124 degrees 20 minutes east. So you plot to your Mercator chart, and this is the waypoint 1 or the ship 1, and after this is the plot this is the waypoint 2 or the ship 2, and ship 3 is this. And first, Kalapadan Bay House. This is the Kalapadan Bay House. You need to plot this after this using your parallel ruler. And second, Nagumbuaya point. And this is the Nagumbuaya point. You need to plot. And to find the bearing, you need to use the parallel ruler going to your this, and you find the bearing of this. The answer is 298 degrees, and the distance you need to plot using your compass divider, and you go up to there, and every compass divider, and go up to there, and every point or every line contains 1 nautical miles. So if you plot this, doing this, you find out 9 nautical miles. So the distance of the Kalapadan Bay House is 9 nautical miles. Nagumbuaya point, same as what you have find the bearing and distance. You calculate and go to your compass rose. So you find out that 257 degrees, and the distance of this is 9.5 nautical miles. And the San Andres Lighthouse, same. You find is the San Andres Lighthouse. You measure first the distance. The distance of this is 11 nautical miles. By using compass divider, you find out the distance, and this for like this, and you're going out there, so you find out 10 and 11 nautical miles. And the bearing, you use your parallel ruler like this, and you go to your compass rose, and you find out the bearing, and the bearing of this is 004 degrees. The next is the Virac point. This is the Virac point, and as you can see, the Virac point, I find the bearing of this is 051, and the distance is 10 nautical miles. And next is the Ongay point. You find the Ongay point here. This is the Ongay point, and you plot the nautical miles, and after you go there, and you find 9 nautical miles, the distance. And the Ongay point have a bearing of 310 degrees. And the last one is the Puerto Diaz Lighthouse. There, the Puerto Diaz. First, you find out the bearing. You find the bearing, as I've said kanina, using your parallel ruler or the two triangle ruler, you can find out the bearing. And I find out the bearing is 250 degrees through, and the distance to find distance using your compass divider, you measure and go there and you find out the distance of this is 9.9 nautical miles, and that is how I compute the bearing and the distance using the Mercator chart.